The state champion coach. First off, coach, tell us about the performance of the boys. How did you grade them today?
Well, they won, and it was a big game, so an A. At the plate, their kid pitched well. I mean, we were pitched limited out there at the end, and he was still under 70, so he pitched well. I thought we competed all day long, and I don't know. We made the plays, and that's what we do. We made the plays when we needed to. We loaded the bases and got out, and they got some good top of the lineup, got on a couple times, and we were able to get out of a jam. So we just, A for always getting them out.
At the end of the day, you gave up 3 hits. I know you've got to be thrilled against a team like Drummond to only give up 3 hits and 1 run.
Yeah, Colton did a great job. He's 2-0 in state championship games now, and when the pressure comes on, he really shines. He doesn't shy away from it. He didn't feel great today, and after we got him 2 runs, he just no more excuses. He just went after and got him, and I thought it was a change.
Back-to-back springs, you guys won state championships, runner-up in the fall. Over 100 wins, barely over 10 losses. How have you been able to be that consistent playing the schedule that you guys have played? I mean, top to bottom, 4A down to B.
Thank you for noticing that.
I pay attention.
We pound the stone every day. Every day we just go to work, and I've never been about. They just buy into that. After yesterday's game, we didn't know what the pitching would be today, and we run. We don't run because we strike out, but we run because we want to be good. And they, after the game yesterday, they said, "Coach, we need to go run." So they went and ran. And that's how you do it. You pound the stone, show up every day. You bend, you don't break. New guys got to go pitch, and you just. When you get emotional, you get over it, and you lean on each other, and you grow. I'm so proud of how much they've grown. They just get better and better. It's when you're going through it, you don't realize it, but we've had a great spring. They've really battled. When I built the schedule, I was afraid we'd lose a whole lot of games and hope we wouldn't slide too far in the rankings, and they just kept showing up. Showing up. Proud of them.
Holden was right up against that pitch count. What did it say about his experience and kind of mentality to not only go out there and get the final 3 outs of a state championship, but to keep it under that limit?
It shows how competitive he is. He wanted to finish. He knew he went into the 6th at 101 pitches, and the inning before he threw 21. So he threw the last 2 innings in like 18. And so he just knew he had to go attack them. And it might have shown that we might have fished too much early in the game and we should have attacked him a little more. But that just, he's a competitor, and when the light's on, both my seniors, Christopher Golston's the same way. He threw 8 shutout innings Thursday, and he's done that. He's at least 3-0 in the state tournament, on the mound. And he just, when the lights are on, they just show up and they go get the job done. We're going to miss him. Great leaders. I don't know, should be looking at you. So.
No, you're fine.
All right. Another question.
Thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Back-to-back games this year with Drummond, 2 identical scores. 2 totally different games, though, on how the last game went. At the end of the day, you guys basically held a team that won 34 games to 2 runs in 14, almost 15 innings of play. That's not by design necessarily, but it's also not by accident. How have you been able to contain a team like Drummond that generally gets a lot of runs on the board?
We pitch well. And we trust our defense. I think we've been one of the best defensive teams around. We just get it done. And what's cool is I can move them all around. Christopher Golston was going to center field if we had to change that, change pitchers. They just buy in, and with hundreds and hundreds of balls. Just take balls every day. Just go to work.
Did Coach Booth call you to see if he could do a redo? I know you're used to seeing Red Oak today.
You too.
Could it feel a little odd and weird?
I got to see him the other day. That was enough. And Drummond's Coach Swart's awesome. He's a great guy, good friend of mine, and a class act, and so fun to play against.
All right, my last question for you. When you played Roth, you run ruled them over in Roth in a rain kind of start-stop kind of game, and you and I talked about briefly what a potential trap game that was and how it was hard. You were hoping to compete. You dominated the team, and then here you see them today sharing the field with you. They go on a 9-straight game win after your victory. You guys literally came on a tear through the season and then came with a lot of momentum. I know you've got to be ecstatic and proud, but at the final point, tell us what the boys did this year to take their game up a level to the point where we see it today, a 30-3 season.
We talked, and we started in the fall, we talked that what if every time we ran laps, we didn't dog it. What if every time we ran sprints, we ran our hardest? And if you'd have been at our practices, you'd have seen Christopher Golston, whenever we do sprint jogs, whenever he was doing a sprint jog, it was full sprint. And that led us, and I think that what if turned into 30 wins. And that's a good lesson I hope they take in life.
Congrats, Coach. Appreciate it.
Yep.